Hello everyone, thank you for joining this meeting. Today is 4th of June 2025. I want to present about dire wolf return, a second chance to survive. About dire wolf. The dire wolf was a large extinct canyon that approximately 10 years to 125 years ago. Scientific name of dire wolf is Enocean dire, if I pronounce correct. In the 1920s, the wolves in the Yellowstone National Park were hunted to extinction, causing the biodiversity to be affected. Dire wolves were up to 90 kilograms. They measured up to 39 inches at the shoulders and 69 inches in the length, as you can see in this picture. Dire wolf location. Scientific found evidence of dire wolves in regions including Asia, Central America, North America, and South America. In the class of bioscience, researchers work to the extent of dire wolf. Scientists have brought back the dire wolf by using advancing cloning and gene editing technology. Also, this bioscience also trying to bring back other extinct animals like woolly mammoth and Tasmanian tiger. As you can see in this picture, creating a hybrid woolly mammoth. 5 steps. In a first step, DNA extracted from frozen mammoth. In the second one, DNA spliced with skin cells from mother Asian elephant. In a third, skin cells reprogrammed to become stem cells and added to egg from Asian elephant. In a fourth, egg simulated to turn into embryos, and in the 5th step, embryos grown in an artificial womb. After gene editing, 3 puppies born of dire wolf. Scientists changed the DNA of a gray wolf to be more like a dire wolf and put the new cells into that. The dogs gave birth to 3 healthy puppies named Romulus, Remus, and Calci. And you can see Romulus and Remus is 60-month male, and Callius is 3-month female. The science behind creating a new dire wolf. Actually, scientists use gene editing, and scientists are now using cutting-edge biotechnology to bring back the extinct dire wolf. Gene editing is a scientific method where scientists modify DNA, the genetic code that determines how an organism grows and behaves. Think of DNA like a biological instruction manual made of the letters A, T, C, G, as you can see in this picture. With gene editing, scientists can add, delete, or replace part of the genome to change how an organism develops. One type of gene editing scientists use for dire wolf is CRISPR. In this video, you can see what means CRISPR.
Every cell in our body contains a copy of our genome, over 20,000 genes, 3 billion letters of DNA. DNA consists of 2 strands twisted into a double helix and held together by a simple pairing rule. A pairs with T and G pairs with C. Our genes shape who we are as individuals and as a species. Genes also have profound effects on health, and thanks to advances in DNA sequencing, researchers have identified thousands of genes that affect our risk of disease. To understand how genes work, researchers need ways to control them. Changing genes in living cells is not easy, but recently a new method has been developed that promises to dramatically improve our ability to edit the DNA of any species, including humans. The CRISPR method is based on a natural system used by bacteria to protect themselves from infection by viruses. When the bacterium detects the presence of virus DNA, it produces 2 types of short RNA, one of which contains a sequence that matches that of the invading virus. These 2 RNAs form a complex with a protein called Cas9. Cas9 is a nuclease, a type of enzyme that can cut DNA. When the matching sequence, known as a guide RNA, finds its target within the viral genome, the Cas9 cuts the target DNA, disabling the virus. Over the past few years, researchers studying this system realized that it could be engineered to cut not just viral DNA, but any DNA sequence at a precisely chosen location by changing the guide RNA to match the target. And this can be done not just in a test tube, but also within the nucleus of a living cell. Once inside the nucleus, the resulting complex will lock onto a short sequence known as the PAM. The Cas9 will unzip the DNA and match it to its target RNA. If the match is complete, the Cas9 will use two tiny molecular scissors to cut the DNA. When this happens, the cell tries to repair the cut, but the repair process is error-prone, leading to mutations that can disable the gene, allowing researchers to understand its function. These mutations are random, but sometimes researchers need to be more precise, for example, by replacing a mutant gene with a healthy copy. This can be done by adding another piece of DNA that carries the desired sequence. Once the CRISPR system has made a cut, this DNA template can pair up with the cut ends, recombining and replacing the original sequence with the new version. All this can be done in cultured cells, including stem cells that can give rise to many different cell types. It can also be done in a fertilized egg,
Okay.
allowing the creation of
I'll just do one box now.
mutations. And unlike previous methods, CRISPR can be used to target many genes at once, a big advantage for studying complex human diseases that are caused not by a single mutation, but by many genes acting together. These methods are being improved rapidly and will have many applications in basic research, in drug development, in agriculture, and perhaps eventually for treating human patients with genetic disease.
Where are the dire wolves being kept? The wolves are doing well in a large, safe area that is 8 square kilometers wide. This place is approved by the American Humane Society and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. 10 full-time workers take care of the wolves' health and happiness. Clausen says the wolves will live there for the rest of their lives.
Deep in the northern United States lies a secure, expansive ecological preserve designed to support the world's first dire wolves in over 12,000 years. With an on-site care facility and management zone, the dire wolves receive round-the-clock monitoring, veterinary support, and enrichment to ensure their well-being.
Right now, we're sitting in the middle of this beautiful, secure, expansive ecological preserve that our dire wolves call home. This is an American Humane Society certified facility, which means that they've gone around and they looked at all aspects of what this area can provide for our dire wolves. Everything from tons of space, as you can see, to enrichment, opportunities for them to express a lot of different behaviors, such as hunting or hiding, sleeping, all the things that you would want to do if you were a wolf. We've been working with American Humane to try to identify what are the key welfare components that we should be focusing on so that we can make sure that our dire wolves experience optimal welfare. You might imagine security is a paramount concern for us and for our dire wolves, not just for the safety of the animals, but also our staff. In addition to multiple layers of fencing that help keep the wolves in and keep the people out, we're always monitoring the animals and the area around them. So there's loads of cameras that check in on the animals from anywhere across the world. There's also drones that do laps around the facility to make sure that nobody's here that shouldn't be here. And then we have every layer of personnel and containment that you can imagine to make sure that these wolves are leading the happiest, healthiest, safest life possible. So right behind you over there is our dire wolf husbandry facility. It's a state-of-the-art animal management facility that allows us to bring the animals from this expansive preserve into a more intensive management area. The building allows for Colossal's animal care professionals to get up close and personal with the wolves every single day so that we can closely monitor their health and welfare. So we're really excited to be opening up Colossal's on-site veterinarian clinic. It's a state-of-the-art facility that has all the bells and whistles you might imagine Colossal would bring. Everything from a treatment room where we can look at wolves on a routine basis to things like advanced surgery, and there's a dedicated surgical clinic. The dire wolves are growing and maturing. They've been fed a prescribed diet that consists mostly of ground meats and dry kibble. As they begin to mature, we're starting to introduce what we call whole prey items or even carcasses. That type of feeding structure is really important to creating social pack dynamics and allowing them to begin to figure out their hierarchy within the pack.
So there you have it, the colossal, expansive ecological preserve. Through advanced science, responsible stewardship, and unparalleled care, we're ensuring the dire wolf thrives once again. This is just the beginning. Follow along as we continue the journey to see these majestic wolves grow.
In the next slide, we want to talk about conservation or just greenwashing. Colossal Dire Wolf project has received both praise and criticism. While the companies celebrate the birth of 3 wolf pups and share the news widely, many scientists are unsure about the project. Some believe it is greenwashing, make it seems helpful for the environment while not solving real problems. They say money used for this could instead help protect animals that are still alive but in danger. Also, bringing back extinct animals won't work if their homes no longer exist. They need ecosystem. For the extension to help nature, it must also include saving habitats and caring for whole ecosystems. Thank you.